Shalom everyone, welcome back to another video. This is just another word added to what was already said earlier. The parable of the wedding feast. I'm telling you, dog, it's like somebody getting married today or something. The parable of the wedding feast. And Jesus answered and spoke to them again by parables and said, the kingdom of heaven is like a certain king who arranged a marriage for his son and sent out his servants to call those who were invited to the wedding. And they were not willing to come. The second time, again, he sent out other servants, telling those who were invited, see, I have prepared my dinner. My oxen and fatted cattle that are killed, and all things are ready. Come to the wedding. But they made fun of it and went their ways. Okay. The first people who were invited were just rejected the wedding. They said, no, they're not willing to go to the king's wedding. The second people mocked or laughed at or disrespected or made light of and went about their way. Another to his business. And the rest ceased the service and treated them spitefully and killed them because they made fun of this wedding that God said he was given to Kenithia, right? Can we use me for an example? So God says here's the wife. Look at what I did. I kept her poor. She should have bought. Y'all like that little love story, the damsel in distress? God did what the men like, right? She got this so she could call on provision from me, so it's not like she not coming with nothing, but she coming with the whole armor of God, right? And so, but they made fun of it. You guys laughed at me and said I was a joke, right? And then you tried to kill me. But when the king heard about it, but when God heard about it, he was furious. And he sent out his armies and destroyed those murderers. Those same people that tried to murder me, or those murderers that murdered the king's servants, right? He sent out the armies to destroy them, and then he also burnt up their city. So, Amadeo Kotaba, it's some cities that's been coming after me for this wedding harvest, and God been telling y'all he himself is bringing the helpmate. He himself is just blessing somebody. He himself wanted to start off something so big so it could just reach other people. But you guys made fun and laughed, and so God is sending Kotiaba. He's sending his armies to destroy the murderers and to burn up the cities. Then he said to his servants, the wedding is ready. The wedding is ready. But those who were invited were not worthy because they did all of that. He didn't go back to those people and said, you could have another chance, right? No, he did not. Therefore, look, he's inviting new people. He's not resting. He's not stopping. He's not taking a break and saying, I give up on this wedding harvest, but there's another guest coming. Y'all not hearing God. It's no break in this thing or you quit. I told y'all that from the beginning. Y'all gonna have to call me a hoe. I gotta keep going. So he went out and invited new people, right? And so he goes and he invites to the wedding. Therefore, go into the highways, and as many as you find, invite to the wedding. But those servants went out into the highways. So they did what the Lord said. So those servants went out into the highways and gathered all whom they found, both bad and good, and the wedding hall was filled with guests. God invites you to a wedding and you sit up there and you cheat and you talk to other women. You say you're not coming. You say you testing the person. You say it was just a joke. There's going to be a new person there because the wedding is ready. I keep telling y'all, this Kenithia's wedding harvest. God came for Kenithia. She really pleased God that much. I did. For many are called, but few are chosen. God called everybody, and then only few got chosen because of why? They didn't have the fruits, man. It go back to the fruits of the Spirit. If you had that character, you would have been able to see God. If the wedding is ready, you have to work. You take a vacation. You want to get married or you don't. You want the work life or you want the wedding life and the work life. You have to make that choice, but we're not going to stand here and wait for you to make that choice and then you get narcissist and try to do something bad to Kenithia because the wedding must go on because she over here in a predicament that makes the wedding to have to go on. Nobody to depend on. I pray you all have a blessed day. Shalom.